gentlemen, welcome to the channel. I've got a Glen Campbell song. You saw the title, A Better Place. I've got an idea that this probably refers to something in the heavens. I have no idea. It could be another house. It could be a better mental place, emotional, and all that. But it was a gift request from Renee Mooberry. So Renee, thank you for this gift and request. And I don't know the song. Most of these are reactions. I don't think I know it. Every so often it'll be like, oh, I did hear that song when I was like 11 years old or something like that. But I didn't listen to a lot of Glen Campbell. I was a rock dude. I was listening to Zeppelin, Clapton, Skinner, Allman Brothers, and such. So let's see what Glen's got for us here. And Renee wanted the official video, and it wasn't Vivo, so I'm likely to have success with this one. But we're going to find out. If it does get blocked, I'll put a little notification, as I normally do, in the video itself that says, video is blocked, audio only. But hopefully we'll be good. Here we go. Well, that's quite a beginning. Not a normal bar. Nice.
I've tried and I have failed, Lord. I've won and I have lost. I've lived and I have loved, Lord.
When did he do this?
Sometimes that's such a cost. One thing I know, the world's been good to me, a better place awaits, you'll see. Some days I'm so confused, Lord. My past gets in my way. I need the ones I love, Lord, more and more each day. One thing I know, the world's been good to me, a better place await, you'll see.
I did not expect this.
A better place.
It's over? It can't be over. Well, it's still going. Ghost on the Canvas is the last studio record of new songs that I ever planned to make. I've done a lot in my life. I'm going to pause so we could keep reading it. I would like to thank all of my fans who've made my world a better place since my career began in 1958. My love goes out to Kim, my amazing grace. Oh, that's beautiful. She's his grace. You've been by my side through these changing times, and it means the world to me. To my children with whom I've shared my life and stage, I love you with all my heart, and to the people around me that cared enough to help me do my best. Wow. All right, so some of the background to that was Glen died of Alzheimer's or complications, but he had Alzheimer's. And he died in 2017. He was diagnosed in like 2010 or 11, somewhere there. And he stopped performing or recording or all of that, just a couple of years later. And so he knew it was coming on. And I reacted to a song of his, I'm Not Gonna Miss You, which was about Alzheimer's. Like he won't remember what to miss, who to miss, how to miss, nothing like that. And then he died at age 81. But this was, I mean, I was looking at this recording in the beginning and I'm like, man, this sounds really clear. It sounds like later technology. So this was likely not done earlier in his career or mid career. This sounded later. And then I'm like, is this going to be one of these songs that's just at a time where he knew he was slipping? And it was. He did a retrospective in here looking through the interesting setting too. It looked like it was sort of going to be in a bar, but it might have been more along the lines in a theater, a classy theater, and the person wiping the glasses and stuff. Because in theaters, they all have a bar in the lobby, like in high end theaters, if you will, and they'd serve high end wine. And I think that's where this was. And then they went through the door, and then there was the stage with whom he mentioned he shared with his kids and the whole world. But it's, Warren Zevon, I reacted to his song, Keep Me in Your Heart, because Warren knew that he was dying and he did an album like Glen did, and that captured for him what it was like dying and what he wanted. Some of his last wishes got recorded. Most people don't have that ability. Nowadays, you can record on your cell phone and post it to your own YouTube channel or Instagram account or TikTok or wherever, final wishes if you wanted to. But it's not the same as having a built-in audience and the media knows who you are and all that. But this was beautiful. I mean, the way he sang it, I mean, nowadays you can just hope that something isn't AI, isn't artificial intelligence, because what AI is creating now is frightening in ways that, and I know things change and you accept that things change, but artificial intelligence is making it difficult to distinguish sometimes. You can tell vocally. I mean, we humans are very wired to detect very subtle differences. And it's, over the millennia and so on, our brains have been wired to pick up on very subtle differences. Like when we're younger, and in first grade or kindergarten or third grade, whatever, and you look at your teacher will say, okay, which one of these is not like the others, and you'll see like four stick figures, and one will have five fingers, one will have four. I mean, like, all of them will have five fingers, but one will only have four. And as a little kid, it's so hard to look. Then you learn to look for things like that. But kids can identify it, or once you point it out, you're like, "Oh, I see it," and then you learn to look for different. Well, we're wired based on survival, based on pain avoidance, and based on joy acquisition. We're wired for pattern recognition, and AI is not at the point now where you can still distinguish what's an artificially created voice, but it's getting better and better, meaning more and more accurate, which to me is worse and worse because the deception is incredible. So my thinking at the beginning of this video is please be real. I don't, Glenn has already passed. I don't want it to be real for that because he was going to pass. That's not why, but I like true, real stories. And even if they make me feel sadness or loss or confusion or something, I want real. That's what I'll process it on my own. I'm confident enough. I've been around long enough. I'm comfortable with not knowing things. I don't have to have answers, but I look for some, obviously, like you do. And this was just so poignant. I mean, what do you say about somebody who steps up to the plate? But Glenn was used to expressing a lot of what he was living in his life on stage. That's your outlet. Doctors don't get to do that, for example, or lawyers or accountants. They don't get to express themselves through their work. They actually have to suppress, compartmentalize their personal life from their professional life. Whereas artists get to express it if they want to. I mean, Taylor Swift, every time she dated a guy and they'd break up, she'd write a song about him, throwing him under the bus. I don't like that style at all. I don't. I think, just have some decorum. Take some ownership on why your relationship broke up, Taylor. I don't know what that is, but I guarantee you she was a part of it, because we're all part of our own life story. In this case, for Glenn, the clarity in his voice, the picking was just beautiful. Right out of the chute. I even made a comment like, that is pretty picking. I mean, that's crisp. So I'm not going to rate that. That was really, done in honor of his family, his friends, his, fans, all these kinds of people, even though he didn't expressly say it. In the end, the credits were rolling, and this was clearly done in their honor. And at a time, I presume, assuming this was entirely done by Glenn and real human beings, this was done toward the end of his life, clearly. So, all right. Renee, yeah, that was very, very, it was deep, it was poignant, it was real. And I like experiencing that which is real. So thank you for that. I'm going to put that in the unrated songs playlist. I have a playlist that's fairly well populated of songs that I don't rate, either because they're patriotic or done in honor of somebody else, or some spiritual songs or religious songs. I don't do a lot of overtly religious songs, but I don't rate those either when I do a song like that. So there you go. You can thank Renee Mooberry for that one, folks. All right, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.
Wait, you'll see.